Good morning, good afternoon, and a very good evening to you all, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a very special video. Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes / 2,500 subscriber special. Thank you so much, guys. You know, I was sitting in my chair, I was sitting in my rocking chair a while ago, and I was thinking, you know what, I gotta do something. I gotta make a video, I gotta do something special for 2,000 subscribers. You know, I gotta do something. I gotta make something unique. I gotta maybe do a little skit or something like that. Find something to do, right? And then for like 4 or 5 months, I didn't do anything. And then I was sitting in my chair, you know, my rocking chair is where I make all these videos, and I was thinking, you know what? I gotta do something. I gotta make something unique. I gotta do something special for this 2,500 subscribers. And you know what? I'm finally actually sitting down and making it. Yes, it's Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes, and we are going to be playing the Déjà Vu mission. Because, you know, I was thinking, what can I actually do for a 2,500 subscriber special video? I mean, what's out there? What's important to this channel? What could we do? What idea? Brainstorming, guys. What can we do here? And I was thinking, you know what? How did it start? How did I get into this? How did I end up in this position? How did I end up doing this in the first place? And you know, years and years ago, this must be like what? Well, when was it? Was it like three? It must be three and a half years ago, something like that. I was playing MGO, and I thought, you know what? This game's so good. So many friends of mine make so many videos of this game, and I want to do the same thing. I want to make videos. I want to showcase what I can do with this. Bought my first PVR. It was quite a momentous moment when it came in the mail, and I was like, this is the start of something special right here. Hooked it up, recorded about 3 matches, and thought, you know what, this is wasted on MGO. I could do so much more. I could record anything I want. What could we do? And I thought, you know what, let's start with Metal Gear Solid 1. Let's do that. Let's show off the 6 skills of me and Metal Gear Solid 1. And that was my very first sort of completed walkthrough. I don't know how many of you have seen it. Don't go back and watch it. Oh, there were no microphones back then. Oh no, these were the dark ages of Let's Plays. I mean, come on, microphones, were they even invented in 2011? I don't think so. They were a dream, son. That was the future. That was the future right there. You know, none of this 30-minute episodes. Whoa, what are you talking about? 10 minutes, bite size, keep it simple. None of this. Oh, none of these extended ones. Oh, don't think so. Haven't got the time. Haven't got the memory for that shit. But now it's how far we've come. But no, that was kind of the humble beginnings, let's say, of this channel. And I mean, what, I had like 100 subscribers in the first sort of few weeks, and I thought, you know what, that's about it. That's about as far as it's going. That's about everybody I know, plus everybody I kind of know, plus a couple of people who probably stumbled across the channel as well. That's as far as we're gonna get, I think. And I thought, but you know what, I'm not going to stop because this is a lot of fun. I got to play more games, play Metal Gear Solid 2, play Resident Evil, of course, Resident Evil. I mean, Resident Evil 4 was kind of the game that's, I mean, it's kind of amazing to think today that's still the series that most people know me for, and that most people who subscribe kind of found this channel, you know, with those videos. And it's what's great about that playthrough is you know, I mean, it's ahead of any other in terms of popularity by quite a distance. But what's amazing about it is I still get, you know, the odd comment just on whatever part of it, just, you know, saying, hey, I'm enjoying this, or just anything. The fact that it's there is a miracle to me. But, you know, I go back and I look at those comments, and it's so good to see people that, you know, still enjoying it. And I watch some of it occasionally. You know, I go, what? I'm in part 16. I don't even remember what people are talking about anymore. And, you know, I go back and I think, wow, I was such a different person back then, you know what I mean? I think we all were. I mean, if there's anybody here who was with me right at the beginning, right in those humble beginnings of this channel, and you're still here, still watching, still supporting, well, round of applause to you guys. Pat yourselves on the back, high five, whatever you need, because, you know, that is some dedication right there. I really appreciate it. Even if you subscribed like yesterday, even if this is the video that you subscribe on, I mean, well, you know, round of applause for you guys. You know, pat yourselves on the back, high five, whatever you need, because honestly, it means the world. But it's so great that, you know, you can look back, because I don't remember what happened in a lot of these old playthroughs. You know what I mean? Once it's uploaded, that's it. It's out of my head, and move on to the next thing. That's how I work. So it's cool to go back, just have a look, and it's amazing to see how you develop as a person, even through these little videos. It's kind of incredible. And you know, I mean, just to get serious, you know, just for a minute, it's I mean, comments are one thing, but you know, I've had my fair share of you know, private messages over the years, and you know, a lot of them, I mean, some of them are just you know, ask advice on whatever, and that's great that, you know, people feel that they can come to me and ask those kind of questions. You know, what should I get to make, you know, these videos, or how do you, you know, how do you talk to people in the video, you know, that kind of stuff is yeah, it's cool that people feel like they can approach me, and of course you can message me anytime. I read everything. But I've also got my fair share of messages, and I'm not going to say any names or go into any, you know, particular detail, of course, but you know, a lot of messages just saying things like, you know, I watched this video, or I saw this playthrough of, you know, I mean, it could be Resi 2, or, you know, anything, and, you know, I was having a shitty time, I was really feeling down, you know, I watched these videos and it lifted me right up, cheered me right up, I feel so much better, thank you so much, and that's it, you know what I mean? And it's those kind of moments, I mean, it's beyond words for me, you know what I mean? Because I sit here, it's great for me, because I can sit in this chair, I can relax, I can have a drink, I'm warm, I'm cozy, I can play the games that I want to play, and I can talk about whatever I want to talk about. It almost feels like these videos have no right to have any kind of impact on anybody, you know what I mean? Because I don't think too much about what might happen when they're uploaded. I mean, it's really simple, to be honest. I put the game in, I put the recorder on, I put the mic in, and I talk, and then I upload it, and that's it. And, you know, it's... And I don't think too much about, you know, how people are going to react. I just put it out there. You know what I mean? It's just out there. People can think what they want. I've always said that. And to get messages back saying, you know, this really helped me through a tough time, I mean, that's, you know, you can't really put a price on that, and it makes it so much more worthwhile to me. So thank you so much to you guys, to all of you who have been supporting me for however many years. It's honestly, it means the world, and I just thought, hey, we should celebrate 2,500 subscribers. That's a milestone for me, definitely. So let's get into it. I want to make a bit of an announcement before we even go into it. I mean, we're like, what, 7 minutes in, 7.5 minutes? I know exactly, because the time is right here. But I wanted to. Whoa! I didn't know you could zoom in. That's awesome. All right, still learning about this game, but I want to make a point. We're playing the mission Déjà Vu. I'm going to highlight it on the little mission select here. And recreate the strangely familiar scenes shown in the mysterious photographs and head for the goal. Maybe that little background of the picture might hint at what we're getting at here. But yeah, we're playing this mission now. I want to point out that I am going to play, before anybody says anything, I am going to play Ground Zeroes, the main story, and the other missions separately later on in time. Because the Phantom Pain is out in a couple of months, just over a couple of months at the time of recording this right now. And I didn't want, the reason I've held off, this has been out a year, right? Over a year. The reason I didn't want to play through Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes at the time of release, or any time at all really, was because I wanted to do Ground Zeroes and then do Phantom Pain immediately afterwards. So when I've got that game, I'm not going to do it on the day of release, because I kind of have to go through it at least once myself, to kind of, because I don't want to be bumbling around. And you know, I could kind of put those two together. I didn't want to do Ground Zeroes and then have people forget what happened. You know, the hype dies down, people don't care anymore. I wanted it to go together because, you know, there's stuff in this game. It's actually a really good game. I've only been getting into it now. Because the Phantom Pain is getting so much closer, I'm getting really hype about it, and I thought, you know what, I never really got into Ground Zeroes, I want to play more of it, and there is actually a lot to this game. I mean, I don't agree with those people who say, oh, it's a demo, oh, it's not worth them. Hey, if you think this is a demo, you're an ungrateful bastard, because it's, honestly, there's a lot here, and it's kind of, and this particular mission is one that I appreciate, and hopefully you guys will appreciate as well, because I wanted to do something that links back to Metal Gear Solid 1. This actually wasn't my first idea. I went through a lot of failed experiments with videos. I think the very first idea I had was I wanted to play Metal Gear Solid Special Missions, which was a PlayStation 1 game. And I don't know how many people know about this game. Probably a lot more now, definitely. But back then, I was the only one who ever owned it, and I've never met a single person who owned Metal Gear Solid Special Missions. And for those of you who don't know, it was basically the it was the you know it was 300 VR missions basically. I think it was 300. It's the missions that Raiden talks about in Metal Gear Solid 2. You know, when he's like sneaking 60, weapons 80. You know, that kind of stuff. I've done sneaking 60 and weapons 80. Or I've done all that stuff. But it's got some amazing levels in it. You can be Gray Fox, the ninja, in some of the levels. You can there's some cool little like murder mystery stuff in there, like VR murder mystery stuff. There's ones where you have to protect Meryl from like giant genome soldiers that wrestle each other. Like there's some seriously batshit insane stuff going on in that game. Really wanted to play it, but unfortunately it just wouldn't record. I mean, I don't even know why I need to tell you this, but know that, you know, my heart's in this video because I wanted to make it special. But I thought the closest thing we could get to Metal Gear Solid 1 was maybe a little cheeky recreation of said mission, the Shadow Moses incident. I mean, this screenshot really just gives it all away. I'm not going to play as that. Actually, no, yeah, let's play as that. Let's play as... let's actually go the whole hog and play as a bad, you know, polygon-ass Snake in there. Let's do it. You know what? I've been talking a long time, guys. Let's get into it, shall we? Let's talk about Metal Gear. Let's talk about life. Let's talk about love. Let's talk about tea, because this is getting cold. I mean, Oh, good lord, I'm going to have to drink that. Grab a cup of tea, guys. Put your feet up. This is a special. I don't know how long this is going to go on for. My laptop is going to blow up. Trust me. Any time now. Any minute now. But I got to drink this tea. This is... That's beautiful. Oh, wait, we got to read the introduction because obviously we don't know what's happening in this mission. Okay, let's do it. The nuclear weapons disposal facility on Shadow Moses Island in Alaska's Fox Archipelago is attacked and captured by next-generation special forces, led by members of Foxhound. The terrorists have secured hundreds of nuclear warheads, and they're demanding that the government turn over the remains of Big Boss. Solid Snake is once again called back to duty in a top-secret mission to deal with the greatest terrorist threat the world has ever seen. Once again, Snake heads into battle, alone. Let's do it. Let's see what we got. Déjà vu. A pseudo-historical recreation, July 13th. I actually have not played this as this version of Snake. This is awesome. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. I love it. I lost my shit when I first heard this. Oh, let's breathe in that music, guys. Breathe it in. Oh, it's so good. What's that? What's this for? Well, I'll show you. It's the original menu for Metal Gear Solid 1. Yeah! Metal Gear Solid. Alright, let's do it. What's the mission?
Boss, I've uploaded some photos to your iDroid.
Genome Soldier.
Find the locations they show and recreate the scenes they depict. We're counting on you, Snake. Commence Déjà Vu mission.
So yeah, this is, well, we'll go into the menu and we'll take a look at the actual mission here.
A chopper and 2 sentries.
So basically the idea behind this is you use the map of Ground Zeroes just to kind of, well, it literally says it there, just recreate little moments from the original Metal Gear Solid. And there's like a few sort of hidden Easter eggs also in this. I haven't even seen them all. I don't know where they all are. So, you know, we're just going to have a run around. We're going to have a bit of a giggle. And we're going to see what we can see over here. And we're just going to talk about Metal Gear generally. What else have we got?
And lights.
Actually, I'm not gonna reveal them all just yet. We'll go along. We'll do the chopper one first, shall we? Let's do that first. But first, let's actually, before we even do that, let's go over here. See if we can see if there's any prisoners that need rescuing here. Actually, I've only ever played through this one once, but I so you know there's all kinds of stuff that I don't even know about. We saw the genome soldiers up there. So yeah, obviously it's not entirely Metal Gear Solid 1. We have, you know, we have the new control scheme, you know, with epic sort of combat moves like this, and you know, all kinds of good stuff. Do we actually have any weapons? I don't think we do. We don't. This is Weapons and equipment OSP, as usual. And sick lockpicking skills, which we never had before. Alright, what do we get? What do we get? We've got to rescue the DARPA chief, Donald Anderson, and the president of Armstech, Kenneth Baker. I'm sure he'll agree with some heavy-duty hostages. Oh, here's one.
Another prisoner. Looks like he's alive.
Let's get him out. Let's do it. I'm the pawn they sent here to save your worthless bud. But what about the Pentagon? Pentagon. Naomi, the chief. What happened?
Heart attack.
Yeah, it's just another neat little Easter egg. This whole thing is full of them, really. Let's have another look around. I don't suppose the president of Armstech is actually in here, is he? That would be... He may be in the other prison camp, so maybe we should head over there, actually. Yes, maybe we should go for that. Actually, no, let's go to the chopper. Let's go to the chopper. So yeah, I've only, like I say, I've only really recently got into playing this. I bought it when it sort of nearer to when it first came out. Actually, it was the very first game I got for my PS4. When I treated myself after graduating, I thought I'll buy a PS4. I'm ready. I'll get a game. I'll get Metal Gear Solid. Let's do it. Let's dive back into Metal Gear Solid now that I'm gonna have the time to do that. Finished it in about 80 minutes, and then thought, fucking hell, I just bought a 400 quid paperweight because there was nothing else really on PS4 that I wanted to buy. I thought this game would last me, but I never really, and
Shadow Moses Island.
Oh god, oh god.
Island off the coast of Alaska.
The Colonel's talking to me.
Or not.
Oh, I really love Miller in this mission. He takes on the role of every other character in Metal Gear Solid. It's quite impressive, actually. But yeah, I bought it. I sampled the other missions. I just noticed it's snowing. That's such a nice detail that I never realized. I sampled the other missions, but I thought, what? I didn't really get it. I didn't really understand it, and I was kind of bummed that it was so short. And I sort of understood why people were so angry at it, but
As usual, this is a one-man infiltration
here we go.
mission. Weapons and equipment OSP.
I already know that.
Top
Come on, come
secret
on.
Black Op.
Don't expect any official support. Alright, let's go. Everybody, I only have like one default gruff, grizzly voice, that's the... I only have the one. The fact that they've changed David Hayter to Kiefer Sutherland is, it's not that big a deal to me, personally. Because I'm just going to use the same old voice. But yeah, I understood, why people were so angry at it. But there's actually a lot of content here, and you can have a lot of fun with this game. Getting the S ranks, alright, maybe that's not something you're used to when it comes to Metal Gear, like getting good ranks or anything. But it's a hell of a lot of fun. Look at all these genome soldiers rocking around here. I don't have my my Soliton radar. I need Mei Ling to explain it to me here. I like that, but you know what? I love these updated controls. Can I just say I love all the controls for this game? The fact that Snake automatically, hang on, let's get down here. The fact that Snake automatically leans against walls, I'm not that keen on, because there's a lot of situations where you're like, lean, come on, quickly, and he just won't stick to him, or he'll stick to them too much. But I guess that's the problem you're always going to have. But other than that, the controls are pretty friggin' solid. Solid Snake, you might say. Oh, okay, move on. But no, ever since I've been getting back into this, it's because the Phantom Pain is so close. This is I'm recording this post E3. I wanted to do it. I had this idea when E3 was on. I thought, no, I'm gonna wait. And E3 has been really good this year. It's been quite a strong year. That tea's fucking done. That's done. That's on the floor. I don't want to accidentally drink that cold tea now. Talking too much, but hey, that's my problem. But no, it's E3's had a good year, I think. Unfortunately, with all the big releases, all the big announcements. Sorry, Fallout 4, big deal. FF7 remake. That's going to be quite a colossal game if it doesn't get cancelled. Hopefully. But you know what? It's a shame, because second place is the only thing anybody can hope for at E3 when you're coming against the Phantom Pain. Honestly, my R1 button's also fucked. I've been playing too much Devil May Cry, and it's kind of shredded my R1 button a little bit. So if I'm walking around like this, that's why. But yeah, you know, it's a real shame because the only thing I was really waiting for was more Metal Gear Solid 5, you know, info. Let's put it that way. There's the chopper. Gotta get in closer. Actually, let's go up here. Let's survey the land a little bit more, shall we? Let's get a good look at this updated Shadow Moses Island, shall we? But yeah, that's all I was waiting for. More info. Just, I mean, the new trailer was awesome. I mean, you know, all the Metal Gear trailers are amazing. I mean, go back, anybody out there who's unfamiliar with it, go back, watch the 2001, or is it 2000? I can't remember. Well, watch both. But watch the E3 trailers for Metal Gear Solid 2. And 3, actually. And 1. No, I've watched them all because it's just coming back to me. Actually, the Metal Gear Solid 1 is amazing. 2 was like the biggest deal ever when it first came out. But all the Metal Gear E3 trailers are just really strong. This one was no different. Unfortunately, there's been like no information about Metal Gear Online, or at least not. It's kind of seeping through the cracks a little bit. They're not pushing it maybe as much as they should, or maybe even as much as they want to. I don't know. I don't know how supportive they're going to be with Metal Gear Online. Only time will tell. But that trailer was amazing, and oh yeah, I'm also going to put a link. Thank you, Morris, for reminding myself. I'm also going to put a link in the description of the E3, this year's E3 gameplay demo. It's about 40 minutes long. I actually tweeted it. You know, some of you might have caught it, but yeah, go watch. Please go watch the E3 demo because it just looks so good. There's so much going on. My God. Hi, D. What's a Russian gunship doing here? Nice.
Just what I'd expect from the legendary Snake.
Alright, let's check what the next one is.
I've marked it on your map.
Yeah, what's weird about this is you can actually you can finish the mission after you've recreated one scene. But why would anyone do that? Let's do the next one, shall we?
A box and lights.
Alrighty then. I think I remember how to do this. But yeah, go watch the gameplay demo. It's so good. There's so much to it, and that's really the video that made me so hyped for it. I mean, you know, I've been kind of trying to keep a lid on it personally because, you know, Metal Gear Solid 4. It's hard to believe that it was like 7 years ago. 7 years ago. Think about the person you were 7 years ago and now. You're different. It's different, okay? It's no matter how old you are, no matter who you are, where you're from, you are a different person than you were 7 years ago. And it's kind of, you know, I think back to when Metal Gear Solid 4 ended, and you know, I'll confess, I broke down when it ended. It completely broke me. It was, I mean, the ending's like what, an hour long, probably longer than that. But the music and the way it's done, and the reunion between Snake and Big Boss. Far-fetched? Yeah, no, it's pretty weird. It's a lot of stuff in there that you go, is that real? Okay, well, I guess we'll just accept it, shall we? Let's unlock this door. But, you know, I watch it and I go, it just blew me away, and it was an ending that, for me, kind of sat there and I thought, you know what? I've been living this game for about 10 years. I'm done. You know what I mean? I'm happy that, although, you know, I'm sad that it's over, I'm also delighted and happy that it's over because, you know, I grew up with it, and you can't really, the real difference between games you grew up with and kind of, you know, if you're a little bit younger and you go back and play old games, you may get the experience, but you'll never get the memories of it, really. And I'm sorry, but there is a difference. You know what I mean? I can go back and play all kinds of old games. You know, FF7 is a good example for me. Probably apt, considering there's a remake also. But, oh god, oh god. Yeah, there you go, that's right. Remembering those basics of CQC right there. But but yeah, FF7's a good one for me because, you know, FF7's one of those games that a million people played as a kid, and you know, it holds quite a large place in their hearts, you know. But I only played it when I was like 17 or something. I was in college when I played it, so it was a great game when I played it, but it will never have the same effect on me that it did for people who played it as a kid. And you know, there is a difference that you can never really replace or replicate. You know what? You know when you're older. So you know, for me growing up, Metal Gear Solid 4, that was the ending that, I mean, I don't know what ending I wanted, but it was the ending I got, and I remember being very happy at it at the time. And now that we're back, so you know, that's why I kind of kept a lid on my excitement for this up until now. Hello, a heliport and some grenades.
Almost.
You know what really bothers me about that is that I picked up smoke grenades.
Great. You recreated a scene.
And actually in Metal Gear Solid 1 it's chaff grenades, so not sure what they were thinking there, but there you go. Alright, let's check out the next scene, shall we? Let's have a look.
A surveillance camera with a green light.
Surveillance camera? Where is that, actually? I can't even remember where that is. Oh, I'm trying to think where all the surveillance cameras are. I think there's one back here, actually. Let's take a look. But now that I've seen that gameplay demo, oh god, I'm hyped. It's too much. It's too much for me, honestly. There's so much cool stuff. I like that, I mean, just the core gameplay. You know, this Ground Zeroes has the core gameplay in it, which is, you know, these controls, sneaking in, CQC, the way the guards sort of move and patrol, and it's all got a very natural feel to it. And I like that, you know, the core sort of stealth gameplay is still really solid, you know what I mean? But there's so much, like, extra stuff in there that you can do. I love the look of the buddy system. The buddy system sounded like the dumbest thing that I've ever heard for a Metal Gear game. But the fact that you, I mean, the whole thing with the dog, I mean, it wouldn't be cool. Maybe because the dog has an eye patch. I don't know, that's, you know what, that's probably 90% of why that whole thing is amazing. But, I love the idea of teaming up with D-Dog and oh god, what's her name? What's the sniper lady? I can't remember. I'm gonna look it up because I can't remember her name. Is it? No, it's Quiet, isn't it? Is it? Okay, well if it's not, then who cares? But you know the one with the one with the assets. Let's put it that way. But apparently, if Quiet is on Mother Base, the morale of your troops goes down. I remember reading that, and I was thinking, if I was on a base with her, I mean, my morale would be through the roof. Nothing would be down. Okay, trust me. Anyway, let's see this surveillance camera, shall we?
Surveillance camera.
Can't be. Yeah, this is some like Mad Max style flashbacks. Like, this is some trauma that Snake's going through.
Recreated. Nice work.
All right, let's retreat, shall we? Let's retreat. What's the next one? What do we got? What do we got?
Where could it be?
Ah, this was the one that really got me the first time. The head, because I didn't realize this was even in Metal Gear Solid 1. I never, ever realized... Oh, no, don't see me. You don't see me. They have enhanced hearing and vision, but he doesn't see me. Alright, he's fine. Oh yeah, when that guy wakes up there, he's going to probably call in some kind of alert. But we'll deal with that when we get to it. Alright, let's move on. I'll decide the best COA. Actually, let's go... Yeah, we'll have to go back the way we came, I think. There's actually not many guards in this. This is not like how Ground Zeroes actually lays out, because this is just to have a bit of a mess around, this mission. It's not, you know, it's not to be taken too seriously. You can die, you can be seen and die and everything, but there's hardly any guards around, really. Stealth. Alright, let's do it. But yeah, the buddy system looks really cool. I like that they're bringing back a lot of the stuff from not Ground Zeroes, that's what we're playing. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god, where are they gonna come from? Let's keep it moving, let's go, go, go. This is actually a, if you listen closely, it's actually a slightly, very, very slightly... Oh no, don't see me! I didn't even realize he was there. This is a very slightly updated version of the tune that plays when you infiltrate the base in Metal Gear Solid 1. Where all the weapons are, where you find Otacon and that. God, these genome soldiers are now equipped with torches, as well as 5.56s and pineapples. I mean, they've really updated themselves here. Let's just tag you. I actually really like this tagging system. Because you don't have a radar, it would be very, very tough to not have anything to mark where enemies are. But actually, this system works really well. In any other Metal Gear game, this would be so OP, but just not having a radar available just completely balances it, I think, anyway. Feel free to disagree.
What's the security level of your card?
Damn it.
You don't have one?
Oh, Miller, stop taunting me. But yeah, they're bringing back stuff from, what is it? Not Portable Ops. What's it called? I can't even remember. I don't even play it that much. Peace Walker, that's it. But they're bringing back the whole mother base system from that, which is where you kind of recruit people and you can upgrade the base. Looks a lot like Big Shell from Metal Gear Solid 2, which is presumably completely a deliberate decision. But yeah, it looks really good. I like the idea that you can get like new abilities from capturing certain people. I don't know. It all looks really cool to me. And this is the old Moe head. And look where this is. No wonder I never saw it. It's inside the poison. Yeah. Interesting. I also couldn't remember, so it was kind of weird that Kiefer said that because I couldn't remember either. But it's actually inside the whole poison hallway thing where you gotta use a remote controlled missile. It's that one. It's in there, and I believe it's it's where all the security cameras are and everything, which is the place that nobody ever goes. Oh man. So yeah, that was an interesting one for me. I'm learning about Metal Gear Solid 1 even now.
A soldier and a tank?
Interesting. Couldn't be. Raven. Alright, let's get out of here. So yeah, all the mother base stuff looks really cool. I mean, the combat just generally looks good. I like the idea that you can customize all your weapons and things. I know that's a very sort of basic thing to say, but I don't know. And it was done for the gameplay demo, so it's like, obviously they're going to make it look cool. But I don't know, it just looked really neat and tidy. And speaking of neat and tidy, look at the UI for this. This is not Metal Gear Solid 1 or 2 with your item slots in the corners and then your radar and then your health. There is nothing here. I mean, there's a prompt to leap up on there and get seen. And obviously when you tag enemies, they're on there. But other than that, that's it. That's all you get. And I really, really like that. I'm a big fan of clean UIs. Always have them in every game. Please. It's so good. So yeah, it all looks really exciting. I'll also put a link in the description as well for the actual E3 trailer. Please go watch it. Like, favorite, comment, subscribe, buy the game, because it's just... I wasn't confident at the beginning when Metal Gear Solid 5 was announced. Way back when. I was just like, no, don't ruin it. Please. I'm still kind of like that. Obviously I don't want them to ruin it. But at the same time, I'm looking at all this stuff and I'm like, there's no way I'm not going to have a fucking amazing time with this game. Ooh. I'll take that. Oh, they're not the kind of magazines that we're used to using in Metal Gear Solid 4. Let's move on. More genome soldiers.
If you want to finish the mission, head for the goal. If you want to look for those other scenes, go ahead. I
also really like, I mean, that kind of highlights it there, but I like the codec conversations in all the games. I always talk about gameplay. Number one, if your gameplay is shit, then you can't compensate with amazing cutscenes or anything else. Just focus on gameplay, worry about everything else later. I always do that. Metal Gear Solid gets a pass. Always has got a pass from me. I actually need to... Yeah, the tank is over there, but I'm actually going to need to take a quick detour over here first. But, Yeah, Metal Gear Solid always gets a pass, and I love the codec conversations as well. You know, not just the cutscenes. The cutscenes are a marvel by themselves, of course they are. But the codecs are, you know, they're really unique, and they're just kind of quirky, and there's a lot of goofy stuff you can do with some of them, and it's, you know, there's a lot of joke ones thrown in there as well. Like with in Metal Gear Solid 3, when you call Sigint, let's have you, when you when you call Sigint and you're inside a box and Big Boss is all like, "Ugh, I just had this urge to get inside the box," you know, it's just like there's just a lot of goofy stuff like that. It's a lot of fun, but I like that they're not in this game. I adore the fact that it's just been replaced by this kind of universal sort of radio system thing going on. Just where you, oh god, oh god, oh, get up against that wall. Where, you know, you're not constantly kind of, because there's a lot of dialogue in this, there's a lot of stuff that Miller and I presume, you know, Ocelot and other people will have to say to you. Get on the ground. And, you know, that's fine, but, ooh. Oh god, no! Don't see me!
Kojima Productions. What does that mean? There's got to be a reason that's there.
I actually don't know the reasons these are there. I think you can take a picture of them, maybe. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, I'm going to try and get in here, but without being seen. Good. But yeah, I like that, you know, there's a lot of dialogue in this, but you're not constantly interrupted by it, you know? They're not constantly ringing you, you know? It's like, it's not like, you know, press the circle button to climb the ladder, and you're like, what the f... I know how to do, but press the circle the whole game, you know? It's like, it's just, you know, you point at something, you call Miller,
Recreate the scene shown in
and he just says, you know, well, he'll comment on what's going on. So, you know, you point at a gun or an enemy or whatever, he'll tell you about what's going on. Which is great, because it takes away that whole stop-start system from the old games. Metal Gear Solid 2 is probably the worst for it. Every time Raiden did anything, you know, he took a shit, it's like, I gotta call the colonel and tell him, you know, it's like, I gotta announce everything that I've done or I'm doing. And it was so, like, it's... Some of them are fine, but it was just it was a little too much, I will admit. I'm the biggest fan ever, I'm a fanboy of Metal Gear, but it was a little too much. So I'm glad that that's not there. That's really sort of streamlined it a little bit, you know? Tank. And grenades. Oh god, I want us to jump away. Ah, that's a personal favorite of mine.
Yes. That's another scene recreated. Nice work.
In battle, it is as if he is possessed by a demon. That is such a good line. Oh, Raven. How we miss ye. What's next?
A car.
What's after that?
The last photo's missing.
Interesting.
Oh, sorry. I forgot it. Snake. It should be on the back of the disc case. Or what about the manual? There's got to be a clue somewhere.
I see. All right, let's do that. Let's do the car. Getting a little ahead of ourselves here. Man, this, you know, Metal Gear Solid. I mean, in terms of all the games, I think Metal Gear either 3, probably 3, is my favorite, and it's for years. It's been it's sort of been a tie between 1 and 3. 1 just because, you know, I played it as a kid and all that stuff, but it's just such a great story, and it doesn't even take that long to play anymore. You can always go back and it's like a few hours and you're done. You know, it's like, it's just so enjoyable. Everything's just spot on. But 3 is like just a masterpiece, I guess. So I think 3 is probably my favorite. So it'll probably go like 3, 1, then 4, then 2. And the only reason I would put 2 last is purely because it just doesn't work as a kind of a standalone game, I don't think. 2 only makes sense because of 4, and even 4 doesn't really answer everything, you know what I mean? So that's the only... It's still a great game, and I love it, and it does a lot of interesting things that the others don't even go near, you know what I mean? So I love it for that, but it just doesn't work as a standalone game, and the others do. So that's why I gotta put it as put it last, unfortunately. I would wonder where this game is going to go. I want it to, yeah. I mean, I don't think it can beat 3, but I want it to at least get 2nd place. That's how excited I am for this. All right, let's head back. There is such an easier way to do all these, and a faster way to do all these, but you know, there's a lot to say. So. All right, let's keep it moving. Like I say, there's a lot more to this game. This is just bombing around and doing these cheeky recreations. You know, there's nothing complicated here. But once I actually do, I'll tell you now, I will do the story mode, and I'll do the other missions when we get closer to the Phantom Pain's release. I said it at the beginning, but I just want to reiterate that, because then it'll all be together. And I'm sure you can guess what we're recreating here. There's only one thing we could be recreating. Not yet, Snake. It's not over yet. Alright, I'm actually going to back it up through here. Vehicles, who'd have thought? This would be a lot of fun when the actual, the proper game comes out. I like being able to hide in trucks and things. That's something that was in Metal Gear Solid 1. I don't know how many people actually did it, but there were 3 cardboard boxes in Metal Gear Solid 1, A, B, and C. And there were 3 trucks as well. And depending on which truck you got in and which box you equipped, if you stayed in there for long enough, a guard would come up and go, "Oh, is that all there is?" And then he'd get in the driver's seat, and then you'd like teleport to another truck location. And it's something that is just completely useless because the natural progression of the game does not, you know, cause you to have to use this transport system. But yeah, it's just such a weird. You know, it's been there for so long. And now it's like over 15 years later, and now we can actually properly ride in the back of them. Hey, we've come a long way, right? All right, so the last one. Yeah, the last one. He doesn't even give us the photo. Doesn't even give it us. Just says it's on the back of the CD case. What's that about? Man, I remember when the arms, what was it? Arms Tech President Kenneth Baker says, "Hey, I don't know Meryl's codec number, but it should be on the back of the CD case." I didn't know what that meant. I thought it was like a CD case that you found in-game. I didn't know he actually meant the case of the game, the physical copy. And I was like, I don't know what the number is, and there's no internet to look at. There's nothing, well, I mean, there was internet, but I didn't, you know, I wasn't like just, you know, couldn't just hop on Google and just quickly whack it in, you know, you had to, I mean, dial-up alone took like half your life to load up, so, you know, different times, man, different times. So what I actually did was I rang every single codec number until I found Meryl's. Luckily, it's towards the beginning of the codec numbers that you can actually call. So it's kind of lucky. I'm so glad. I'm so appreciative to this day that it's not towards the end. But it's interesting that they put this in there because this game was recently released on PlayStation Plus. It's such a shame that you know, I feel sorry that it says it's probably in the manual, which I presume is also like in this menu or the start menu or whatever somewhere. It's a shame. I wish they'd left it out because it just shows the value of the value that physical copies can still have. Because lo and behold, the answer to this puzzle,
darkness, like some kind of blackout,
is actually on the back.
It should be on the back of the disc case.
Of the PlayStation 4 case.
There's got to be a clue somewhere.
Like, it's kind of incredible. You know, gone are the days of I buy most of my stuff digitally now. I never thought I would, but you know, it's a different mentality these days. I don't need that. Let's keep the grenades. So actually, what you got to do for this one, this is probably my favorite, just because of how goofy it is. You got to turn off the power. This is no trick. It's true power. Oh god. Oh shit. Get out of there, Snake.
Now head for the goal.
Alright, so that's all the scenes recreated. And now we just gotta make our way to the exit. I think we can get a chopper called in. Can we? I'll just check the map. Yeah, we'll get a chopper called in, because that's way cooler, right? Alright, let's head for one of the exits. I remember reading a lot of comments here and there and everywhere that people didn't like this mission. People sort of felt it was a bit like forced nostalgia. I kind of get it, but at the same time, how could you not find this just, you know, charming? You know, it's just... and it's kind of... there's a very small bracket of people who would even appreciate this. I know Metal Gear Solid's been going on a long time, but I played the first one when I was 8 years old. And I only, you know, I was like on the very sort of back end of kids who could probably play this game. You know what I mean? 8 years old, that's pretty friggin' young to be playing Metal Gear Solid 1. There's a lot of stuff in there that the 8-year-old me did not understand. I mean, when Meryl calls Snake a bastard, I was like, oh my god, I hope my parents don't hear. Oh my god, they're gonna kill me if they hear that. Like, it was such... You know, and now it's like, I just curse all night long. But, I mean, think of where we are with games now. I mean, what was... That was rated a 15 back then. Now it would be like, hey, 3-year-olds can play it, you know? Who cares? It's like... it's kind of crazy to think how times have changed. But yeah, there's only... I mean, there's a very sort of... What I'm getting at is a very narrow section of people who could properly appreciate this. That's what I was going back to saying about... You know, there's a difference between kind of that nostalgia effect and genuine nostalgia, genuine memories of old games, which is what I get from this, and what I hope that, you know, a lot of fans would get from this. I don't think it's as extensive as it could be. There could be a lot more. Actually, would the... Okay, that's the soldier that flew out of the tank. I don't suppose there is anyone in here, is there? I don't know. I also think I can hear a wolf in the distance. I'm not sure. Sniper wolf? No, I don't think there is anyone else. I think the DARPA chief is about as it's about as much as we're gonna get. But yeah, let's rock up to the extraction point just on that hill, and then we'll call it a day. Let's go. Climb over this barbed wire. Who even cares? I don't know if there's any significance to opening all the doors. I don't know why it's telling me. 6 out of 13. All right, thanks, game. All right, let's call in the chopper. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Could be really cheeky and call it in the middle of the base, but there's a chance it'll get shot down, so let's not do that. Alright, let's get up on the hill. Yeah, I mean, this game looks spectacular. I mean, we're not really getting the full effect because I'm kind of a ancient Snake in the sense that, you know, this really is the metal. This is really faithful to the original, isn't it? You know, it's all there. You know what I mean? That old sneaking suit looks great with the very new model of sniper rifle on the back there. But yeah, it's I don't know. I really like this mission. I really like the way that the game looks generally. Actually, can we? Yeah, let's equip this. How do I I actually don't know how you pull up the scope.
Boss, head toward the objective.
I don't want to accidentally fire. Oh, there we go. But yeah, this ooh.
Boss, head toward the objective.
There's a lot of weird logos around this place. There's Kojima Productions, and there's also like logos for all the different games and everything. I don't know why they're there yet. I've yet to figure out. That's another mystery we've got to figure out with this game.
This is Marco, on station at LZ.
I don't see you. Oh god. Don't land on me, please. Alright, let's get out of here.
What's wrong, boss? Mission abort?
What do you mean, mission abort? What? No. No. No, I don't want to avoid. Oh god. Let's just get to a normal exit, shall we? Let's just get to a normal exit. Oh god. Get out of there. You never said that before. Alright, I'm just gonna leg it to one of the exits. I don't know if that actually aborts the mission, but I don't want to take the chance. Let's just get to the exit and get out. Unless... Is there a proper exit on this map? Four-wheel drive. Oh, of course! We're infiltrating Shadow Moses. We're not escaping from it. We gotta get inside the base. What am I thinking? And get rid of that chopper. You can go. Your job's done. Can I get rid of that chopper? I cannot. Alright, well that's just gonna stay there then. You stay there in case this all goes wrong. Let's infiltrate Shadow Moses, shall we? As quick as possible. Because we are... Wow, we're coming up to an hour long. Oh, let's get in there. This Shadow Moses base is actually probably about as well guarded as the original. It's kind of amazing, actually. Just playing it through. This one time, a friend of mine, had never played or really seen much of the Metal Gear games, and I constantly, for like years, harped on about them all the time, as you do when you're a Metal Gear fan and people haven't played them. And this one time, I was like, right, we're going through them. All right, you come around to mine, we're going through 1 to 4, we're doing the marathon. And he was like, yeah, cool, sure, let's do it. And I just sort of, I remember that feeling of just bringing these games to a whole new audience. You know, it was so cool. And but the one thing I remember him saying about the first game was, wow, this base isn't really well guarded, is it? And I was looking at the game, and ever since then I was like, you know what? No, it's not well guarded at all. There's like 2 guards to cover about as much area as this, you know? Ground zeros. Alright, let's infiltrate the base.
Those mice are Alaskan field mice. No, they're not.
Master, are you feeling okay?
Follow the rats, Snake.
Mission complete. I guess it all worked out in the end.
Rank C. Yeah, we were taking our time with that. I mean, you can get an S rank just by bombing around, getting all of them, getting out, you know what I mean? But, you know, I wanted to take my time. I wanted to have a little bit of a giggle. I don't know why they put the credits at the end of every single one. I don't know why they have to. It's kind of overly epic. It's a little too much. Even when Snake doesn't talk at all. It's like, starring Kiefer Sutherland. And you're like, who did he play, sorry? But yeah, that was Déjà Vu.
Not yet, Snake! It's not over yet!
But the mission isn't over yet, guys. Whoa, no! Oh, you thought this was the end?
Impressive work, Snake. Mission complete.
Not at all.
Is not what I'm here to say.
Master.
Believe it or not, the real mission starts here.
What's going on?
Huh?
This is not Master Miller. Snake, you're too late. It's me, dear brother.
Woo! Ah, bloody hell, it's not
I'm gonna ask you
Panto.
some
What is this?
questions about Metal Gear Solid 1. If you answer all of them correctly, then and only then do you truly clear this mission.
Alright, bring it on.
However, don't expect anything in return. Your warrior's pride is riding on this.
Well, you know how important that is to me.
You didn't think you made it this far by yourself, did you?
Snake, you're the only one who doesn't know.
This riddle yourself.
These questions will test your knowledge of the original Metal
Come
Gear
on, guys.
Solid from 1990.
Alright, you're not here in the room with me, but I expect all of you to get every single one of these right.
Get just one question wrong, and the mission is over.
There are no continues, my friend.
Starting to feel a little
Think about
scared.
looking up the
Good.
answers online.
You should be.
Ready?
Take the Metal Gear Solid quiz? Of course! Who the hell says no? Oh,
Here
man.
we go. Snake!
Oh, I have a t-shirt with that logo on it. It's so fucking cool. InsertCoinClothing.com? I'll put a link. It's so good. MGS1 features Solid Snake infiltrating which island? Shadow Moses, of course. Well, we got to start off easy. Come on. What is that? Isla del Monstruo? What is that? I don't even know where that is. Manhattan. Jeez. Hawaii. Now that would be a Metal Gear Solid game I want to play. Shadow Moses.
Correct. Question?
The remote control missile was known by which nickname? Eileen. That would be, hey, can we get one of those in the new game? The Eileen missile? I need that. Nikita.
Correct. Question?
Who did you need to call on the codec in order to save your progress? These are all really easy questions. I think if you play it on hard, I haven't done this yet, but I probably will at some stage. If you play it on hard, you probably get harder questions. Hey Ling.
Correct.
Can't say I missed the chattering nanny.
Question.
Oh, this is. I'm sorry, I'm fanboying all over the place. The next generation special forces who took part in the uprising with Foxhound were given what treatment? Lobotomies. Wow, that explains how terrible they are. Reinforced skeletons. That would be awesome. Gene therapy.
Correct. Question.
On which floor of the nuclear warhead storage building was Archon's lab located? It gets a little bit more specific now, but at the same time, a lot of these options are pretty ridiculous. Ottocon's lab was not at the bottom of a trap pit, although, you know, I fell into plenty as well, so I know it's not at the bottom of a trap pit. Second floor basement.
Correct. Question.
What was the cyborg ninja's true identity? Frank Jaeger. You know, when I first heard of the drink, the Jaeger bomb, I started ordering them by saying I want a Frank Jaeger bomb, and a lot of bartenders over the years have looked at me with a lot of puzzling looks. But I feel good doing it. Try it and see if anyone actually gets it, because I imagine they will not. Before being called back into action for the mission, Snake lived in Alaska as a what? An earful competitor. I'm sure he did that on the side. I have confidence. He's a musher.
Correct. I'm glad you remember.
Who could not love this mission? This is dumb. Oh, what is it? What was the maximum load of the elevator in Communications Tower B? 3 tons. That would be. I don't think the weight limit warning would go off if it was 3 tons. But that elevator had a weight limit of over 650 pounds. There we go.
Correct.
If you think you'll get the answer out of me, forget it. There isn't even any sodium pentothal here.
Question.
Like to avoid the rough stuff. Which type of storage media did the ArmsTech president give Snake? A punch card. That would be a ROM cartridge. A USB flash drive. What is this? Well, that's way too high tech. Optical disc.
Correct. You've got quite a memory.
I do have quite a memory.
Now for the final question.
I also played the game
Let's
very
finish
recently.
Have at you, Snake. Question.
What is the title of the ending theme? Now this is one that's, I mean obviously I know it, but it's one that I only know because it's one of my favourite tracks ever. It's actually, I believe it's an Irish song, but it's called The Best Is Yet To Come. Such a beautiful track, one of my all-time sort of favourite Metal Gear Solid tracks. I would never, ever forget the name of the ending theme. The Best Is Yet To Come.
Correct. Most impressive.
Age hasn't slowed you down one bit.
Excellent job. But there are no more special bonuses, which makes me wonder.
There's no Geneva Convention.
Why are you here then?
No one is coming to
Continue
save you.
answer questions while your memory betrays you.
Oh, there's quotes up the wazoo in this.
Quizzes. That's why.
It's just too much to
And
handle.
I like giving them. Thank you.
Die. If he's dead, that means... too much for me to handle.
Does live up to the legend.
Gameplay recording, blocked, what?
You're pretty good.
It's not blocked, we're on
Just
YouTube
what I'd
now.
expect from the man with the same code as the boss.
It's been a long time since I had such a good quiz. But I'm just getting warmed up. You know what, guys? I could do this all night. I could honestly do this all night. And I will when the Phantom Pain comes out. But that is it for now, guys. 27%. I still have a lot to do with this game. Because there's so much. I've done all the missions, and I've done a lot of the stuff in the missions. I've S-ranked a lot of them as well. I'm still only 27%. Don't let anyone tell you that there's not much to this game. If you haven't already got it, and you're interested in Phantom Pain and all that, get it now. It's actually free on PlayStation Plus this month. For only like another few days, I would think. Well, probably about a week. But, you know, it's... get it, because I'm so hyped. I'm so hyped for this, for the Phantom Pain. But that's the end of this little video. I just thought it'd be a bit of fun, bit of a laugh, bit of a trip down memory lane, you know. Metal Gear Solid 1 was where it all started for this channel, so why not go back and celebrate that? And you know what? I don't have any kind of plans to slow down. I'm going to be doing... There's a lot of stuff coming up, actually. Continuing Project Zero, of course. Loving that game. Going to be doing... Well, I'm going to... Actually, you know what? I don't know when this is going to come up, so I'm not going to say. But there's going to be an intro video for another game that I want to play, which will kick off a whole nother franchise that we're going to explore. And I will be doing the rest of Ground Zeroes, the story, all of that good stuff. And, of course, the Phantom Pain. There's a lot of stuff to look forward to, guys. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you for all the likes over the years, all the comments, all the everything. It recently just hit 100 followers on Twitch, which is great. I'm really like streaming as well, because it's so cool to actually have that kind of proper interaction with you guys. You know, I can upload, you know, anything, right? But comments, some comments slip through the gaps occasionally, and it might take a few days for me to get back to people. It's so cool on Twitch to actually be able to talk to people, you know, live. It's just a great feeling to be able to have these discussions with somebody else rather than with myself, you know, for a change. So that's great. Twitch.tv/MoonwalkerMorris24. I do stream fairly regularly when there's stuff going on. I'll probably be streaming more of Ground Zeroes as well if you want to see that while I, you know, get S ranks and practice for the actual LP as well. So plenty more Metal Gear discussion to come. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for everything. And I do hope to see you in the next video, whatever that might be, guys. Take care. See you in a bit. See you later.